What's up, guys? Okay, my mic is on. Okay, so this is just our weekly update check quickly. Uh, as you can see, the updates are getting shorter and shorter because we're just battling with time. We're busy on the cars, getting the cars, trying to get the cars into paint. Busy with a lot of quality control, and that's where a lot of the time is going. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go through a quick rundown. So this is not even the full shop, right? But we're gonna go through a quick rundown of the vehicles that we're busy with, and I'm not going to go through every single vehicle, but it's the key vehicles that we're busy with now that's currently in projects. Sorry, and just update you on how far we are with progress on that. And yeah, let's go for it. Okay, so getting on quickly. We actually need to start numbering the white ISs because they are coming in numbers and we have to give them some sort of ID. So this here, Evo 2 IS, unfortunately it's an APV vehicle, but it's a complete car. So on this vehicle here, so let me just mention this quickly, right? If before what I would do is I would do a episode on each specific car that comes in and go through the build, the restoration in that order. Unfortunately, it's getting a little bit harder to do every single car like that. So I don't know if you guys have noticed in the past, in the previous 4 or 5 videos, I've had to actually batch the vehicles up and I had to do updates basically on a number of vehicles instead of one vehicle. So we're going to do the same thing here now quickly. So white Evo 2 IS, custom in Durban, car was bought in Joburg. This guy is in basically for a full respray. They will do the mechanical on that side there. So what our plan is here, we're going to go through the usual strip down. So we're going to go through all rubbers, all windows. Obviously the kit comes off. The interior we're not taking apart. I didn't really see rust on there. Let's open the bonnet for you guys. I see the sketches sketching, but not. Okay. So there is a bit of rust. There is a couple of issues here and there. It is an APV vehicle, we know that. The car was in a fender bender on that side here back then. So what we're gonna do is, I think it's advisable for us to strip motor out, strip motor and box out, strip the engine bay out like we've done on the others. Rack and stack them. Then we can get basically down to not metal as such, but down to the nitty-gritty and get this car on the chassis straight and make sure she's straight. Then from there we can go metal stripping on the exterior. We'll clean up the engine bay properly because we're going to paint it. We're not doing a full restoration on this vehicle, so there's no plating, there's no replacing a whole lot of parts. I might just do water bottles and that here and there. It depends on if the customer wants to go that route, but we will do a proper wash up. So obviously when the motor goes back in, you've got a clean motor or clean setup going into a newly painted engine bay. Interior, we're not doing anything else from there. Car does drive, needs to be fine-tuned. There's a couple of oil leaks here and there. I'm sure we'll sort it out, or the customer will sort it out as well. Then we've got the white shadow line over here. So this car belongs to a customer of mine in, I'm not going to mention that, but customer of mine, we're going to take this car down to metal. So the same route we're going through with the white IS that we're restoring now, we're going to go the same route on this car here. So this one here works a little bit differently. Here we'll do a quick strip out, get the body into prep. This guy here will do a strip out. Strip the body out completely, strip every single nut and bolt out, get the car onto the dolly, get it right in onto the jig, and then the car we'll do. So I'm changing this process as well. So we're going to do a metal strip on the car. So instead of us just taking the car and sending the whole car for blasting, what I'm going to do is we're actually going to do a metal strip all the way down on the wider panels, and then just for the corners, the bearings and everywhere else, I'm gonna blast. So engine bay, interior, boot area, and all the corners that's hard to get into with wire brushes and so on like that, we're gonna blast there. There's a reason for that, and when people talk about sandblasting, they talk about warping the panel. So we're not actually finding panels getting warped or distorted. We're finding a lot of putting in the panels. So what happens is, from there, it takes me a long time, or it takes my team a long time, to get the panel flush and just grid ready for working or for our sealer. So I will, when I get to that, I'll take you through the process. I can actually show you a little bit now on the M5 when we walk through. So this guy here, quickly, if I open up, this guy is not a barn find car. It's a bit of a, I'm gonna call it a rough diamond. So there's a lot of work that we need to get to on this car, but it's a pedigree vehicle. So for number, this is the 0086 Shadowline with an IS kit on it. So full suspension on there, IS kit. I've already got the set of sport wheels for the car. So the same as we done on the red Shadowline. Nice sport wheel, four. So there's no adapters, there's no funny stories going on here. No putting on IS suspension and making it an IS or anything of the sort. However, this engine bay is going to come out, so we're going to blast through everything. And this is going to go through a nut and bolt process. So this here is going to get bolted up onto the jig. And we are going to bolt up onto the jig the same way as we're doing the white car. Interior is going to come out. We're going to go the same route. We're going to go through with black interior, grey carpet, Napa leather, smooth grain. The dash is going to get redone. This is going for the full Monty basically. So we're going to start with this car in the by next week. I think this is going to be, this year the 333 is going to be one of the first cars that we start with. So we're going to start with this car, get it down, because we need to start getting it out for paint stripping, and for blasting. Then we can get the body back and we can put it into the body shop, and then we can start the whole suspension process from there. Then this is the Evo 2 that we put up the other day, and this here is supposed to be a restored vehicle. And I'm gonna go through a little bit more on the cars when I start stripping them. I see this video is gonna be dragged out and very long if I just carry on with each car specifically, and also while we're stripping them, I will do the videos on them. So it's gonna be in between. We'll have to find our way around it. So this guy was purchased in Richards Bay. Belongs to one of our existing customers. So it's actually the same customer of the red Shadowline. So got this car in on Tuesday night, and look, there's a lot of new parts bought in the car. There's depot headlights, that's the aftermarket headlights. There's a lot of stuff that was done in the car. The interior was done. The grain on the seats are not correct. It's got a rough grain on there, and we'll get more into detail as we stripping the car and we doing the interior and so on like that. But this car is also very rough. So yes, it's got the stickers on it. A lot of the guys commented. Okay, so I'm not even going to get to the engine bay. Just pause there. Okay, so the bonnet cable is not even here. So that's one of the things that we're talking about on this vehicle. So it looks pretty from the outside. People commented they saw the car on the trailer, the car looks so good. It does look good, but this is the final details that take ages to finish up, right? So anyway, it wasn't advertised as a restored car. Sorry, it was just built or whatever it was. But so this car also is going down, basically down to metal. Same process as the Shadowline. We'll do an inspection on the kit, see if the kit is original. There is rust spots on here, so I can see rust on the lid. There's yellow spots all over the show here, so there is rust on this car. The floorboard, I could see when I pulled it off the trailer that the floorboard has got a dip on the driver's side, so I'm expecting rust on there. We're expecting the worst on the car, so we're not going to get surprised. But we'll start off with this guy here quickly. Then let's move over to this baby. Okay, 333. This guy's actually been in here for a while. I was supposed to have started with it a while back, but we've been busy on all the other bodies, and I've actually pushed this one aside, but it looks like we're getting ready now to strip this guy down. So guys, I think you know what what I'm gonna do, right? And I'm changing the not rules, but I'm changing the plan as we're going on the video, because There's no way that I can just do a short video like this here or a video like this here and not do the follow-ups of me stripping down and finding what we find and like how we normally do it. So when we do the strip downs on all the vehicles, we're actually going to do another video, and I might not be in that video. I'll start the video, but you guys will have to forgive me. I can't work on every single car with my guys. So 333, also diamond black car. It's an original 333, but not an original car, meaning not original paint. So the car has been painted before. So we're not too happy about the paint. What we're opting to do is, and the chroming and so on like that. So as to the IS, this guy's a little bit different. It's actually harder to build. I can't really say the 333 is harder to build than the IS, because the IS, you have challenges on the kit. On the 333, your challenges are on all the chrome, on the chroming, because that's visible. It sticks out like a sore thumb. So I know that the motor is sitting in the wrong place. The engine brackets are wrong in there. They actually modified onto the subframe to move the motor forward. It's running a E34 harness, E34 ECU. We've got to change that. The gear linkage is setting differently, but I think the gearbox is actually setting off center because of the engine, of how the engine is setting. And then more importantly, we want to get the car also down to metal and start the process back up again, so we have a good clean paint job on it. So we're gonna get to this baby here as soon as that. In this car, so this is the red, and I made a mistake. I called it a shadow line in the previous video when I done the video on this car. It's actually not a shadow line. This is actually an IS. So it's an OAF vehicle. It's not a shadow line. It's not full suspension. It's 5-hole, and I think it's one of the early OAFs. So I made a mistake. But anyway, we're waiting on this guy here because we found that the fenders are 5 and 5 mil in. So the rear fenders and the rear people, or not rear, the B-pillars. And then we found that we are out 30 mil on the front left shock tower. So this car has to go for chassis straightening before I can even attempt anything. So we're waiting for this, for the jig to become available. This car will go for straightening, and then we can proceed with the rest of the bodywork on it. Then I've got the 20333's, that's basically in primer. That I will do another video on. We're busy primer prepping, and we're going through quality control on them, and I just put up a quick video yesterday, so we're still busy with it. The quality control takes a lot out on it. So the shop, again, I'm only getting a chance to do a video now when the shop is closed. So the shop is full. The cars are packed up already. The Calypso IS, good news is we are done with metalwork finally. So in the previous video I showed you guys that we are done with the chassis legs, we're done with the floorboards. The chassis legs came out quite well. So if you can have a look here, this here was all done here. There is a weld over here, but we're going to seam seal under there. Then we are obviously going to primer, seam seal. This here is a cross member on it, so we can see that the cross member is straight already. We're happy with that. The floorboards were done on the car. They are sorted out. So again, when we started this guy, and I told you that this guy is almost ready for paint, we've changed the process already again. And what we're going to do is we are going to get the body down to metal, pull that down to metal, and this is just the exterior points. We'll get the corners cleaned out as per normal, and then we'll start prepping from there upwards. Then someone asked me to do an update quickly on the red M5 or on the M5s, and well, here we go. So we've started, and this is what I was talking to you guys about now. So instead of sending the whole car out for blasting, we've started paint stripping the car first, and then we're going to blast all the areas that you can see in red. Those are the areas that can't really get whopped. We can't really put them too much. The roof, we're still going to manually strip down. The interior, the engine bay, the boot, that will all get blasted. So the reason we want to do that is we need this finish here to start with our sealant process, or the primer process. And when you come out of sandblasting, you'll see a very pitted finish. So in order to go from the pitted finish to this here, we end up pulling, I won't say a lot of metal, but we do pull a thin layer of metal out on it. So we're choosing to go this route here. We're gonna try this route out, see if it works. If it works out, we're gonna stick to it. It's a little bit more of a trickier process, but we need the sandblasting as well to clean up the corners that take us ages to clean, and sometimes we can't even get them clean properly. So this guy's in next. By next week I should be able to do a further update, but as you can see here already, we're finding issues. So if you can have a look here, look at the doors here, for example. This car, remember, was painted, and I took it to somebody to get painted, and the car looked decent when it was painted, but I was promised pinning and filing. This is like 3 years ago, and I'm happy we took it down. So we want to get this finish off here, and we want to get rid of all of these small dents in here. This is how the doors look. It's going to take us a while to get these doors looking good, but this is issues that we're finding on the vehicle now. The back is not so bad. This side here, there's a whole lot of small dents. It's nothing too major, it's nothing too bad, but there's a whole lot of small dents on here, and we need to get this here cleaned out. We need to basically get this finish here. That'll be happy days, and then we can start prepping from there. Okay, so apologizing for having to push the video and do it so fast, right? But we're just out of time. Time is a huge problem, and we're basically busy on vehicles, we're busy on the cars, so we're not getting the chance for content and to give you guys the content that we want, but we are trying very hard on it. Let me know what you guys think of the build so far. This is just on the panel shop side, this is not even next door, so it's a little bit crazy. I must still do the update on the F100. We got that back from blasting, and it's a lot of metal work to get done on that car. Guys, let me know what you guys think. You know the story. I'm gonna urge you, like, subscribe, share. I love your people's comments. I love the comments coming in. I love the interaction. And yeah, we shall chat again. Cheers, guys.